So here's why you should always be selling covered calls. Get rid of my face, that's not helping anything. So a friend of mine has PayPal, and he would like to sell it if it gets to 115. But he doesn't really care when, just anytime it gets 115, that's when he would like to sell it. So that's fine. You could put in a limit order and you keep the shares until it hits 115, then it sells. And he owns over 100 shares of it. But here's why you really need to consider covered calls. So in this case, let me bring up a screenshot so I can annotate this one. One sec. Okay, so here's a screenshot, PayPal. And let's say he wants to get out at 115. So this is, I believe, the October. This is, let's see, what do we got here? Yeah, October 18th. So it's like third Friday in October. And here's a screenshot. So what he should do is what's called a covered call. So if he's already willing to get out at 115, what he should do is sell the October 115 call. The reason he should do that is because it will allow him to keep any profits in PayPal up to 115, and then if PayPal goes above 115, only if it goes above 115 will he have those shares sold. They'll be called away from him. And it could happen before October, if they go deep in the money, but it's less likely to happen than if it turns into October and the expiration date is here and PayPal is trading for significantly higher than 115. So that's fine. He'll keep all the profits from where it is now, about 106 to 115, but the benefit is at least twofold. First, he keeps the long shares, so he gets the dividend if PayPal pays it. I haven't checked. But this works just the same on any dividend paying stock. And I'm getting another offer to manage another account, but I can't handle another account right now. And then what happens is when he sells this, look at the bid price. So when he sells one contract to match his 100 shares, he will take in a $237 premium. So he's guaranteed to keep the $237 premium. He's also going to keep all of his shares if they don't go above 115. If PayPal does not go above 115 by October, he's going to keep the $237 premium and the 100 shares, and he could just keep his shares and sell another call come October. But another benefit, in addition to keeping the dividend, keeping the premium, is that if PayPal crashes, let's say they miss earnings, let's say we have another market correction, we've had at least one this week, possibly two today, even though that turned around, he could buy to close that call option. So let's say PayPal goes down from here and all other things stay equal. Don't worry about implied volatility or any of the Greeks, gamma or delta or anything like that. If all else stays the same and just PayPal goes down moderately, doesn't plummet, then his call option that he sold will be worth less. So he could close that out at a discount, and then he takes that off the table. He still has his 100 shares, and he could wait until another up day, like PayPal was today, up over 1.5% to sell another covered call. Now, ideally, when do you sell covered calls? When is a good time to do this? The best time to do it is on a day where PayPal is up. Ideally, a day where it's way up, because then the calls will be very rich in premium. Also, on a day where implied volatility is very high. Check the IV chart. So that will be the time when you want to sell a covered call. You don't want to sell it on a down day because the calls will be on sale because people are going to be buying puts. You want to sell it on an up day like this. So again, covered call, you sell one contract per 100 shares that you own. You keep the premium. You keep the shares until the strike price is hit, and you're probably going to still keep it even if the strike price is hit and exceeded, in which it's called in the money. Your call is now in the money. But when the expiration comes and it's in the money, then those 100 shares will likely be called away, which is no problem because that was the strike price you intended to get out anyways. If you intended, in this case, to sell at 115, well, if October comes and PayPal is trading far above what it is now, let's say it's trading at 116, 120, 130, you don't lose money per se by doing that. It doesn't cost you money. It just caps your profit. So that's the downside to covered call. That's why you wouldn't always do it. Nothing is a free lunch. So the downside to covered call is that if PayPal is at 150 by October, well, you missed all those gains. But why does that matter? It really doesn't, because you would have had a limit order to sell if PayPal got to 115 anyway. So if you got at 115, you wouldn't have enjoyed those gains anyway. So it's a moot point. So covered calls, it's like a dividend, even though you also keep the dividend because you own 100 shares or more. So it's just the best way to get a continual income on the shares that you own. You benefit even if the shares go down, because then you can close out your covered call for a profit. And if it goes up, you still keep the premium, you still keep the increase up to that set point. Covered calls, definitely need to be doing them.